Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. Pulls it in. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. The Gamecocks headed quickly to the line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive.
Going to take a shot at this DB. He's got it. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Give to the back. Across the 25, he's got room. And they drag him down, but not before he picks out the first down. Quick tempo here for the offense.
Really nice run there. This guy's so exciting to watch when he's out in the open field. Kind of reminds me of old Clemson greats like C.J. Spiller and Travis Etienne.
And that pass picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I'll tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chasing, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Unloads to the wideout. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his second interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
On the run, still looking. He'll turn it loose out to the right. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
You just wonder if that last interception the quarterback threw last drive is starting to affect him. And what he's seeing right now, he's seeing ghosts. He doesn't look very confident throwing the football. He's lucky the defense dropped that last throw.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. They'll try the run. He's able to fight his way for a couple of yards, but it'll be fourth down and 3.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down and you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward if they're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this.
And here's the third interception of the night. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Clemson. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
He lobs one high down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back. And what a good drive.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wants to throw. It's Klubnik. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Less than a yard to go to pick up the 1st down. On the move. The Tigers get it past the sticks.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Got it in the middle. It's grinding stool. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Clemson.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. Trying the left side. Thrust that arm out. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down.
I love teams that make it a priority to run the football, and they have today. Another good run by this running back. He's been doing it all night, over 100 yards.
That ball is intercepted at the goal line. Trying to take it back. The 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, South Carolina. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Coming out with it, it's Brown. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback.
First and 10.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll throw it on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play. The wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, South Carolina 21, Clemson 14.
And the Gamecocks will kick it away to start the second half.
Set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13.
First and 10.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Those two first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here up the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense...
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Clemson jumps to the line. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Really nice job by the defense. Here in the second half, they've got to have the mentality with the lead. If we just don't give up any more points, we get the double. We got to make big plays on 3rd down. They made a big one there.
They're just treating the entire stadium as if it's 4-down territory. Odd decision here to go for it, 4th and very, very long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own in great field position.
Man, that takes some serious onions. Back up inside your own 10, and you're going for it on 4th down. No dice. Offense now set up in easy position to get a score.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. To the air, it's Sellers. Bought a little time, lets it go. Touchdown, Gamecock. And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
First and 10.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
Makes the grab on the left side. Oh, look out. There he goes. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Clemson. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that. Nice job.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Offense getting set for first down. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Looking to take a shot. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the step off, now they have to deal with 1st and 15. Trying to get to it. And the pressure was all over him in the blink of an eye. The Gamecocks want to move quickly. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Pressure coming. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Wide out in motion. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. At the 35, he's loose. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down, they were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you're already starting, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to pass. It's Klubnik. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Smashes him with the stiff arm. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, it was an outstanding run by the back there, but how about the blocking? Not just by the offensive line, David. His receivers were downfield getting a hat on a hat, too.
Everybody getting in the action. 3rd down and 10. Running the football, getting the first down. That's a...
Throws for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Tigers.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Getting set for the point after. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the points come on a pass from 39 yards out. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And the Gamecocks in the hurry up.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sanders. Obliterates him, still on the move. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down.
And it's his 4th interception of the game. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That QB might want to register as a 501c3. The amount of donations he is making to the other team right now. Interception number 4 now, putting his team in a bad position time and time again. He might want to start thinking about a change here.
And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. And after 3, the game is tied.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Movement here from the tight end. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. This offense has a second down play. Handoff to the lone back. Smashes him with the stiff arm. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I tell you what, with this kind of success on the ground, I think you two knuckleheads could call plays. I mean, that's how easy it is for this offense right now. They got the ground game working. It's really easy. Now you can open up for other things, but you guys could even try your hand because they're dominating right now.
He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Klubnik. They're bringing heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
And these are the big decisions you have to make in a football game. How confident are you in your defense? That's all this decision comes down to. If I kick a field goal and I trust my defense, that's how this game could end. Or do I want to roll the dice because I don't believe in my defense?
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Floating away. Finds his man. It's Sanders. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Gamecocks will hustle to the line. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked in what this defense is trying to do.
Going up top on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Fast motion from the offense. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He makes a catch. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. DB's right up on the receivers. From the red zone, it's Sanders.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Handoff from the gun. Tackle is made after the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks! They move on top here in the 4th.
Critical juncture of the game late, and you're trying to find your best one-on-one matchup to take advantage of. Of course, it's the tight end. With his size, his wingspan, and his athleticism, really good decision by the quarterback at a crucial juncture in this game.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll line up for the extra point, and at this juncture, every point matters. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. They're just about ready to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the offense on first down. He's going to pass. He wants a big play here late. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Fires to the wideout. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
Well, they've thrown 2 straight incompletions, and they just need to play pitch and catch on this next play. They're down a possession, and you don't have to necessarily get the first down right here, but if you don't get it, you've got to at least keep the fourth down manageable to give yourself an opportunity to keep pushing the ball down the field and give yourselves a shot to win.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. He'll start this drive firing. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. To throw, it's Sellers. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now third down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
This is a 3rd and long. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. He's not afraid to go deep. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
What a great stop in a big moment for this defense. Nice job getting the stop. Now listen, the ball goes back to the offense, and this has a chance now to be a great finish. That was a clutch stand for this defense.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the fourth, and the brain trust will go to work. They'll try the jet sweep here. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. Timeout called by the offense, 29 seconds left on the clock.
And you used to see the jet sweep as a play that I'm going to get outside and get big gains. Now it's so tough. Do you want to stack up the middle? Fine, we'll run it outside, get the first down. Really tough to stop.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Buying some time. Trying to make magic with his feet.
And he does every single thing right on that play. Late in the game, you're trailing. You need to get this first down, but you got to try to save as much clock as possible. He's able to get out of bounds and do precisely that. Could not have asked for a better outcome on that play.
Wide open on the move. He has it on the jet sweep. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left.
And I think in today's era of college football, we get enamored with the jet sweep. It's exciting. You're getting this wide receiver involved in the run game, but sometimes it's just better to go old school and just run the football conventionally north-south.
Coming after it. Fires toward the end zone. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Man, you did the hard part. What a drive, putting points together, getting 6. Now, what are you going to do? Decision time. Do you want to go for the win right now, go for the 2-point conversion, or kick this thing and go into overtime with seconds running down on the clock?
And now they've decided to go for 2. A gutsy call, and the game likely to be decided right here. Jet sweep trying to turn the corner. He will be stopped short of the goal line. The big gamble to take the lead with the 2-point conversion attempt does not pay off.
Clemson, 34.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34.
Will take over 1st and 10.
On 1st down, here comes this offense. Back to throw, it's Sellers. They're trying to get to it. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes 0. This is why the passion of college football runs so deep. The rivalries, and when you lose, man, does it stick with you.
No doubt about it, Reese. This was a game circled for a very, very long time. They knew how important this one was. But, David, you can't let games like this beat you twice because this losing team now has to find a way to rebound and go out and play again.
No doubt, got to rebound, but this one stinks. This is the one that you have circled for a reason. It's a rival, it's bragging rights, but you're right. Let's get back to practice this next week. Let's start focusing. This one's over, but I'm going to get you next year.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and